Attention, everybody. The views and opinions expressed on the show are not necessarily those of Acts Ministry, Acts Media Group, and/or their affiliate and subordinate ministries and/or nonprofits. Some of the content may be adult in nature, so please use discretion while watching with children.
And good morning, everybody. It is Monday morning, and you're watching Monday Morning Mouths. A lot of morning, a lot of mouths. I'm Johnny Rooster. I'm your host, and we're sitting along here with Amber. Say hi, Amber.
Hi, Amber.
So we're doing this every Monday to bring you the most satisfaction that we can possibly provide. It's finally got rid of that icy blast of Arctic air.
Oh, my word. It was so terrible. The kids loved it because they didn't have school.
Hey, my kid and I played in the snow on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm not that cool.
And we packed snow into these containers, and the shape was big trash can, little trash can, a tub, a tote tub. Everything was packed with water and snow, and it was like igloos.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a little wet on some of it and made a little more ice.
My daughter and her friends went. They sled
Went
down.
out in the snow?
Yeah. Well, they actually got in trouble because they walked on our pool. And I'm like, hello.
Walked on the pool?
Yes.
And it's pretty deep.
Yeah, it's 11 foot deep. I'm
And
like,
that's very dangerous.
Yeah. We had a come to Jesus moment.
So the ice was thick enough to support them.
Well, luckily they're little. She's
Nobody
little.
crashed through.
No, but we had a big come to Jesus moment.
Just walking on the ice. Did they have hockey pucks?
No, but I'm just like, what are you thinking?
Pool walkers. Jesus walked on water.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Jesus, watch my kid.
Yes.
Amber's here for the mom factor. Johnny Rooster talks about, on this show, if you haven't seen us before, or even if you have, it's about things that you don't normally hear anywhere else. Now, sometimes the things we talk about, you do hear about in other places, just not in this way. So we want it to be lively. We want it to be relevant. We're talking about a heavy topic today. It says human trafficking. We're going to go into that. I've got some statistics here, Amber, on human trafficking. And the reason it's important is because, do you know that Missouri, where we are, is in the top 10 in the nation for human trafficking?
I've heard that.
We are
Isn't that scary?
We are number 8. My son from Italy always calls during the show. I just love this guy, but I can't.
I hope you love him. He's your
I
child.
can't take the call right now unless he's wanting to chime in on human trafficking from Naples, Italy, where he's stationed. He's in the Navy. So he's 20 years old, and I miss him a lot. I'm glad to hear from him. Thank you, buddy. I will get to you. I don't know if you're probably not on the watching at this moment. Human trafficking is a horrible thing, and we're going to talk about human trafficking today, and then we're going to talk about who is responsible for human trafficking, and then we'll wrap up with how to prevent human trafficking, ways you can help fight human trafficking. So please stay tuned. It's a very important topic. It's one that's very close to us, and Missouri, our state, is number 8.
It's literally in our backyards. That's crazy.
It's hard to do topics like this.
Right, it is. It's scary, but it's important. So
Very important. First thing we go to is the top 10 list. David Letterman had a talk show, and he always talked about the top 10. It was a funny list. This is not a funny list.
No, not funny.
This is the top 10 states with the highest rates of human trafficking per capita. Nevada at 7.5 per 100,000. Mississippi at 4.99. Florida at 4.08. Number 4 is Georgia. Ohio, number 5. Delaware, number 6. California, number 7. Again, California is number 7 because it has such a high population. So a lot of people are trafficked there. It's just for their population, it's not as high. And then Missouri, right after California.
It's wild.
Terrible statistic. Number 9 is Michigan, and number 10 is Texas. Some of these states are extremely high populations. Missouri is an average population. For the United States, we're about right in the middle.
So for it to make the top 10 is pretty crazy.
It's not good.
No.
The city with the most trafficking is Washington, D.C., the runaway, horrible trafficking capital of the world, which ties into corruption on the political front.
Do we dare touch that?
We're not gonna. We
No.
do. We have to do what we have to do, Amber. Now, there's so much corruption and so much that's unbridled corruption. The things we hear about, is only the tip of the iceberg.
We really don't know the depths of it.
And some things that are reported are skewed for us to not know.
Right.
So we realize that.
Yes.
You know, as consumers of media, not everything you see and hear is being reported fairly or
Unless
accurately.
it's here. I'm just kidding.
But if you come here, you found it. You just landed right in the right.
Gold mine.
I'll land the ship here. You've arrived. You're like, you just showed up from planet Mars, Earth, wherever you are.
Right. And you've arrived.
This
You're
is
here.
ATN, Axe Television Network. What else do you need?
Nothing.
This is your source.
This is it.
Amber, you're here. It's mom moment. Tell me what, as a mom, concerns you about these statistics, human trafficking statistics in Missouri.
Well, I think originally we always thought it was just for girls, but it's boys too. So I think as moms, we just have to educate our kids and let them know it's a real thing. Because I think kids live in a bubble and they're like, oh, that doesn't really happen to me until it does. And so, you know, it's important to educate. When our kids are out, when we're in a big city or whatever, in your backyard, you know, you just don't know. You have to educate them.
Yeah.
And let them know it's a real thing. And it can happen to you too.
Now, human trafficking is specifically the using other people for profit. 92% of that is sexual.
Yeah. They drug them.
The other is forced labor. So mostly a sex trafficking industry that people are profiting. And the next topic was who is behind it? Big organized crime.
Right. At our church, Christine Kane comes a lot. And she started up the A21 campaign. And
Tell me that.
We're a part of that. It's just a group of, they fight human trafficking.
Well, good. We'll get into how we can help. And I
Yes.
want you to talk about that when we get to that moment. That's good because
she's great.
I'm glad that you can make that connection. From your experience, you've had some things happen, other things happen in life. So what do you do? How do you respond to things that aren't right? Like human trafficking, maybe we weren't trafficked, but people get mistreated.
Right.
So what do you do? What's a good reply?
I think you just have to know that it's not your fault. There's nothing that you did to deserve what's happened to you. And regardless of what, you know, the world does to you, God's going to use you. You're not dirty. You're not tainted. Like, God's going to use you in a huge way. Our testimonies are big, and that helps us relate to others, I think.
I agree. And these statistics here that are coming in, Nevada being a high one, is because of their connection to Las Vegas and the corruption there. Mississippi, not really sure why. It's really sad.
You said that, and I was like,
they're number
really?
2. It's a lower population state, and it's a lower economic state.
Well, I think that's right. I think that's the big kicker right there. I think they look for those.
There's vulnerable people in the
Yes.
poverty sector.
Right.
There's a rural compassion ministry here in Springfield. Hal Donaldson's brother, Steve Donaldson. Hal founded the Convoy of Hope. You may understand who that is.
Yeah.
He worked in an office that I was working in years ago. So his brother, Steve Donaldson, operates Rural Compassion Ministries. They reach out to rural communities, but they also reach out to the impoverished side. And he said statistically, the use of sexual pornography or things of that nature are really rampant among the unemployed and the socially distanced, I guess with disenfranchised people. The ones that are really underprivileged have a higher sexual issue because they're not employed and they're doing things and they're acting out and there's substance abuse and there's a lot of complications. Right. So this kind of, the trafficking is kind of predatory on that sector.
And they don't feel valued.
Yeah,
and I think
right.
they promise them they're going to get out of that situation
Sure.
and you can make all this money and, you know, they want that success. And so
there's a lot of victimization in the rural and the impoverished sectors. It's not just big urban cities. Florida being number 3, there's a very large population in Florida and a very diverse population. Florida has lots of beach communities and places for people to pick up people.
That's sad.
Georgia and Ohio are large populations. Delaware is not. California is huge. Missouri is right in the middle. And then Michigan and Texas is large. So Missouri. Why Missouri? I think that what I've been reading, there's more child molesting and pornography issues in Missouri than most places.
Which is wild to me.
Mm-hmm. Because we're the Bible Belt.
We're the Bible
we
Belt.
talk about
Yes.
how religious people are here.
Yeah.
I think that
it's hard to
because
wrap
of
your
that,
mind around.
I'm going to have to say this because we do. Because we're a religious community, I think we hide things more. And I'm not saying all religious people are corrupt. I'm just saying there's a layer of pious holiness on the outside, and the behind the scenes looks different in some households.
Right.
Even in leadership. And again, not to say Christian leaders are all corrupt or Christians are all corrupt, but there is a misuse of that Christianity in these
power,
quote, Christian homes.
Yeah.
Big, heavy topic.
That's
Monday
heavy.
morning.
Yeah.
You know.
Aye. But
Little
also,
different.
too, I think we're in like the mid part of the U.S. So to traffic people in all different directions, you've got a lot of middle meeting grounds, so to speak.
Yeah, I thought this trafficking was maybe drug cartels related to that, but it's a different thing. These are people profiting off of humans.
Right. I mean, I don't know if you've ever watched like the movies that talk about trafficking, but they have them drugged, and they literally guy after guy after guy, and these girls are just so out of it.
Yeah.
And sometimes they OD them because they give them so much. I mean, it is just wild to think that there are that evil of people walking among us.
Yes.
And it's men and women that traffic people. It's not just the men.
That's true.
Because the women pull them. That's kind of like their ammo.
You can feel helpless pretty easily. The least trafficking is in New Hampshire and Rhode Island.
That's it. I'm moving there.
And Idaho and Vermont, those places. But what's funny, interesting, odd, is Delaware is really high, and the other states around it are really low. And our current president's from Delaware. Here, I said it. I'm not saying anything else.
No comment.
But we said it. I said it. Johnny said it.
He said it. He's the one in trouble, not me.
Nevada is runaway number one, easily, way ahead of everybody else in this. So there's some problems in Las Vegas. We're going to point the finger right there. But that means we can pray for those situations and those strongholds.
Right.
I believe one of the things we can do without looking at the 20 steps they suggest is to go have groups of prayer warriors in Las Vegas and just make that a priority.
Right.
I was in Las Vegas. Hey, have you been to Las Vegas?
Yes, of course.
So I was there a year ago, year and a half. Time gets away. The last time. And I was complimenting this young lady and found out she says she's a working girl. I promise you I didn't know. I'm not like that obvious.
Oh,
I was
Lord
at an
have
Uber.
mercy.
I was waiting for an Uber. And this kid was she looked 18. I felt horrible. I felt horrible because it was 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. It was just, nothing was right. I felt bad for her.
Yeah.
Now, other than feeling bad, your heart goes out. You just keep reviewing it in your head. Okay, I'm a working girl. I'm a working girl. I hated that. I really hated it. She couldn't be sincere about anything. I gave her a sincere compliment. You know me. I'm just complimentary.
Right.
And I felt horrible, like dirty. Like, oh, something polluted this purity, this fun thing, this usual banter.
Because she's not used to getting a sincere compliment.
And I just had it because that's humanity in me. And then I'm like, wait a minute, somebody's being misused. Somebody's daughter's misused.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's that everywhere, and it seems to be okay there. It seems to be because it's so rampant. Okay, people are doing things. I don't think it's okay.
No, there's a lot of stories in the media right now of, celebrities. There's a rapper right now that's in a lot of trouble, and they were drugging girls and doing terrible things to them. I mean, it's everywhere. It's sad. And they, like you said, they use their power and their celebrity status.
Yeah.
It's very sad.
So to look at that number, the rate per 100,000 people in Missouri
I hate this.
is for, let's see here, So Missouri would be like 4 people in Springfield are trafficked every year on average.
That's sad.
So somebody's child. How do we stop this? You know, a lot of people are thinking this is outrageous. And it is. There's a lot of Missouri's reported human trafficking cases. It says in 2017, 144 cases of human trafficking were reported to the helplines from Missouri, which was an increase of from 139 in 2016. And since they began these statistics in 2007, the National Human Trafficking Hotline specifically has received reports of 589 cases of human trafficking from Missouri. Human trafficking is illegal exploitation of a person through force, fraud, or coercion. Yes, human trafficking takes place in Missouri.
Right.
I've seen it at the convenience stores and in the public library. These signs that say, if you're being trafficked. Have you seen those?
Or if you need help.
If you need help.
Right.
Those are recent. I haven't seen them a long time ago. I saw them in recent months.
Right. Clearly a sign it's growing. But we're aware of it.
Awareness is
growing. So I think
growing.
that shows awareness.
Along with the problem, awareness is growing.
Right. And people are wanting to help.
For those of you that are for those that may be in a victim status, that may be caught in this, I want to appeal to you. Please get help. Talk to people right away. Right. And don't keep it a secret.
Don't be ashamed. Mm-mm. Yeah, no. Don't be ashamed.
Nope, it's not you that's the problem.
It is not you.
You are not the problem.
100% not you.
We want to validate those people.
Right, and we want to encourage them and tell you how great you are, because you are. You're made in God's image. Remember that. And we know that there are some households out there that the living arrangement isn't right. Somebody's using somebody in the wrong way, and they're putting on a front when you go out in public. Don't do that anymore. Mm-mm. Today, right now. Stop. Come see us. Yep. We'll help you. We will. Yeah. We're not afraid to help. No. I'm not afraid to be involved. It's not like the people that walk around the victim. They talk about this in New York City or whatever. Right. I'm not going to walk around this victim. I will help you. I will stop my day 100%. And I will do whatever it takes until you are in help. And you're safe. Out of danger. You are safe. So, Johnny 100%. And Amber, there's help. Call us. Come see us. I promise we'll help you. So, Acts Media Group. ACTS Media Group. Just go there. You can find me at johnnyroosterlive.com. Put your information in the guest form, whatever it takes. If you're a victim, tell me, and you'll get help. That's right. That's what's going to happen. I won't rest while you're in trouble. Right. 100%. And neither will Amber. Amber, as a mom, you say this, you've got 17, 18 kids, right? 30. No, I'm just kidding. You got some kids. Yeah, I got 6 kids. Well, some of them, you blended your family. It's a lot. Yeah, so you got a lot of responsibilities. Right. How do you prepare kids for the real world? Oh, goodness. Well, we're in that phase. We have 2 in college. So it's a lot. And I think they're in a rough stage of life right now with, COVID, and they're not really getting to enjoy that part of college where you get to learn to be out on your own. Yep. And learn those life lessons, but they are learning how to handle stress at a very high level because everything's online, and not everyone is good at that. Our oldest son is brilliant. He's so smart, and he's struggling because everything's online. He needs that, interaction with his teachers and peers, and it's sad. Yeah, I'm a social person. And he's devastated because his grades are important to him. He wants to be a really like a straight A student. He's always been one. He's worked really hard, and he just feels like all the work he's doing isn't paying off, and it's sad. Yeah. And I think they kind of put their identity in that at that age, and so it's really sad. It is. Well, you got to prepare people for life. Yeah. And one thing I found is curveballs. You let them work through some things that you were formerly doing. You were doing it in the past. You got to turn the reins over. And one of the things to do for your kids is to make them aware of predators. Mm-hmm. I got Facebook, and most guys don't use Facebook. I mean, that's not a very manly format. My husband has it, and I don't think he ever gets on it. YouTube's more of a guy thing. I tag him in everything, but I still don't think he I'd say a lot of men aren't really involved in that. But there are some predators out there that will use a false account and interrupt your child. Right. But I don't really see that on Facebook.
No.
It's more on TikTok and Snapchat.
Because that's where the young people are.
Yes, that's really where they're getting the kids. And as parents, like, I will take your phone at any given time
That's
and
right.
I will search it. And I never tell my kids when it's coming.
Because
It's a sneak attack.
You need to do that.
Yes.
TikTok.
It's my phone, essentially. I pay the bills.
That's right. That's right. So then as you release that with responsibility to the child as they grow up and they pay their own bill, when that becomes the thing, they need to already be ready for everything. You don't just do it like when you're 18 or 21. You just do it all along the whole time.
My whole thing is, I'm not your friend until you're moved out of the house and
That's
you're
right.
paying your own bills.
Yeah.
Until then, I'm Mama Bear.
There you go.
You know, and I'm super involved, and
Yeah.
I'm going to be all up in your business, and I'm going to say things that you're not going to want to hear, but too bad.
Well, that helps, you know, as a mom, it helps you to have that specific role.
But I'm very transparent with my kids. I don't put on the persona that when I was your age, I was so
You
great.
Don't let them wear that.
And I did everything right. No.
So today, Johnny Rooster, Morning Mouth, and Amber, we're talking about human trafficking. You can see it up here on the wall. Under U.S. law, human trafficking is defined as sex trafficking in which a commercial sex act is induced by force, fraud, or coercion, in which the person included is not 18 years of age. That is the most extreme situation, and it goes on a lot. Missouri is number 8 in the nation per capita for trafficking, and 92% of trafficking is sex trafficking.
Can I tell you something that's really wild?
All right.
So my daughter has like 23,000 followers on Instagram, and
she's very young.
Right. She models, and so I run her page, and she knows she's not allowed to open her DMs. She's
direct messages.
Right. I have literally received messages of men doing their thing with the camera right there. That's sad.
It is sad.
So as parents, I mean, you have to be involved. You have to be on top of it. But
absolutely.
It's gross. Nobody wants to see that.
So the human traffickers are typically largely with the organized crime. And those perpetrators, it's hard to define them. They operate in different ways, and it's hard to pin them down with because they're tied, in my opinion, they're also tied to government and other leaders, celebrities in Hollywood, and people of power.
Don't you wish we were all Liam Neeson, where we could just like
the guy that
take
does
people
the
out?
movie Taken?
Yes.
He's got a very special set of skills.
I love that.
Yeah,
I don't love the movie for what it what it talks about.
Took action.
But I'm like, man, if we could all be
it really is gratifying to see.
Yes. He's so smart.
Yeah, no, that would be cool.
That would be
so
awesome.
we're going to get to
We'd
this.
Save everybody.
We're going to get to the how to prevent human trafficking, and here we are. We've arrived. You pulled up in your Chevy or wherever you are, and you're waiting for the answer. Everybody line up, boys and girls. You get your folding chairs out. All of you in the front row, I see you nodding off. In the second row, I see you throwing that spitball. So class is here. We're all talking to you, and Dr. Johnny is in the house with Miss Amber.
Run
for your life. So 20 ways. Now, if you're taking notes, it's going to be a lot of writing, but if you're not, it won't be as much writing. 20 ways you can help fight human trafficking. I don't know if I can get through 20, Amber. That's a lot.
I mean, maybe just take the top 5.
Let's do that.
Otherwise, you're way
Number 1 is learn the indicators of human trafficking.
Trafficking.
Didn't you say trafficking?
No, you didn't.
Not even a real word.
No.
It's
in Johnny's dictionary.
This is a very serious topic.
Stop being funny.
Stop being funny, Johnny. You know, if we can't laugh a little bit, then we're in trouble. But learn the indicators of human trafficking on the TIPS office website. So you learn human trafficking awareness training. That's called HTP, Human Trafficking, HTA. I can't even say it.
Wow.
It's training available for individuals like us, businesses, first responders, law enforcement, educators, federal employees. Number 2, if you're in the U.S. and believe someone may be a victim, call the 24-hour National Human Trafficking Hotline. So look that up. It's called National Human Trafficking Hotline. They give the number. You can call 911 as well. And then be a conscientious and informed consumer. Find out more at responsiblesourcingtool.org. I could have had that up there, but I'm looking at that.
We can put it in the notes.
Responsible.
In the comment section.
Yeah, sourcing. Yeah. Is human trafficking hidden in your supply chain? Yeah, I'm looking at it, and I'm answering you. Yeah. See how I did? Yeah. When my wife met me, she sent me a long text, an eager text, and I answered, okay. Oh, that got her. Oof. You don't just
That's
say,
just rude.
Okay. What does that mean? It means I got your message, and I don't really want to text.
Listen, girls don't like that.
I know.
Girls don't like to be ignored.
Okay.
Let's talk about it.
Okay.
I'll throat punch you. I'm just kidding.
No, your arms aren't long enough. Remember that movie, The Incredibles, or Elastigirl? She could swing a punch from across the room.
You'd have a lot of arm bruises.
So I'm thankful. I'm thankful that you're not Elastigirl. Thank you, Lord. Thank you that Amber's not Elastigirl. I'm not Mr. Incredible, but I am Johnny Rooster.
That's why we're a good team. Somebody has to give you a hard time.
If that was a little sound clip from this show, it's like, I'm thankful you're not Elastigirl, and it shows you the arm just. So I was saying, if we're talking to somebody, chat, and then the other person's like, okay. That's the acknowledgement. I saw your message.
It's really like when you send somebody a message and you've spent some time writing out the text and they just put the thumbs up on it.
The thumbs up. Oh, yeah.
I'm not interested in your thumbs up.
I like the thumbs up reply because it gives me the I acknowledge you. But that's not fun, is it?
No.
You don't need a thumbs up.
I'm not looking for a thumbs up.
How about the annoying thumbs up when they want your attention? I keep sending you the thumb.
Ignore.
Oh, that's so annoying.
Ignore.
I hate the thumbs up.
Not a fan.
I use it.
I do use it sometimes.
I use it. You use it. We hate it.
Yes.
Not even I like the thumbs up.
I use it when I'm annoyed.
Only other person in this immediate room is Jay Cobb. Jay, have you got a thumbs up? Have you got a thumbs up on a text message?
Oh, yeah.
You like using it?
No.
I use the guy with the buck teeth and the glasses because he looks like me.
There's more fun emojis out there than a thumbs up. Do you have an emoji of choice?
I feel like I use the heart one, like the kissy heart one.
Yeah.
I use the one with the stars in the eyes. Like, wow, you did awesome.
Yeah.
That one.
I wrote a book, and it said men don't communicate with emojis, and here I am doing more of those because I think men shouldn't communicate with emojis.
Listen, I feel like there's
I don't think it's very manly.
There's this stigma that men can't show emotion.
No, I don't think they should show emojis. They can show emotions.
Listen, emojis are emotions.
Emojis are emotions.
Because when you're mad, you can send the angry face one.
That
and
way
if
you
you're
don't-
saying not nice words, it's got the thing crossed.
I always thought that was one of those masks for the COVID thing, but that was not.
I mean,
Is there a COVID one?
there is a
COVID
mask.
for-
There
Yeah.
is a mask one for when
Yeah.
you're sick. Oh Lord, I'm so done.
What other emojis are out there?
I use a lot of hearts and all the different colors.
There's the animals. I don't really use
I don't know
them.
why you would use it, unless like you're
Like,
a
who's
deer
gonna send a
hunter or
duck?
you're a duck hunter. You could be like, I want to go
Look,
duck
I've got a duck.
hunting,
Yeah.
or I don't know.
Pig hunting. There's a pig.
There's a cow.
I've
We
been
just had a new
flicking-
baby calf today. Yay! Congrats,
You-
Lucy.
I thought you just had chickens.
We own like 2 farms
Oh. Well, you
that
didn't
our
s-
family members run.
I didn't take the tour yet. The farm.
Get it together.
My brother has 1,000 chickens,
Yeah, that's smelly.
and they moved from the garage to the other building, which is the chicken building now.
My husband loves it when I bring the chickens in the house and they have a little playpen.
Yeah, but you
when
don't
they're
have go
sick.
1,000 chickens.
No, but I bathe my chickens when I bring them in the house.
Chickens are dirty.
I have pictures of me bathing them.
Chickens are
The one likes the bath.
filthy.
El Stupido, she
Their
likes.
brain size per capita, per body
Listen,
mass.
knock it off. They're smart.
They're not smart. Anybody that thinks
They're
chickens are smart
smart.
are not. You're
Johnny,
it's not clear thinking.
mine are very smart. When my car pulls up, they run to my car because they know it's mommy.
They're educatable. Is
They're
that a
very
word?
smart. I don't know.
They're educable.
I
That
mean,
is a word.
okay.
So they're mentally challenged. They're educable, mentally challenged.
Oh my word! You're educationally challenged.
They're what do they call those kids? Educable mentally.
I don't know.
EMH, educable mentally handicapped. They labeled people in the 80s, okay?
That's not nice.
No, it's not nice by 21st century standards.
That's not nice.
That's not nice, as Amber. That's not nice. It was the way it was.
We have autistic kids.
We called them mentally retarded.
I think that's not nice that they did that. But my kids are like...
I'm not saying they're retarded. I'm just saying chickens are not smart. But they can be trained.
My chickens are smart. I don't know what
no
chickens
relation
you're
to
around.
Children.
What is it?
Children can
Who's
be
your
trained.
family member that has them?
My brother.
Okay, well, your brothers aren't smart because he has 1,000, so
he's
he can't
he's
be
a
with
farmer.
them enough.
He
Yeah.
sells eggs.
So we are with our
Do you
chickens
sell
all
eggs?
the time.
Because he sells eggs.
I mean, not
That's
in
a
the
lot.
quantity that he
It's like-
does, but we do sell them.
Nobody would get
because
1,000.
our kids make some money.
Nobody gets 1,000 chickens and doesn't sell eggs.
Except yours truly cleans out the coop because I'm so OCD, and
You
I
have
don't feel like they do a good enough job.
You got 7 hens, right? And a rooster.
No, I don't want a rooster.
You have 7. I'm Johnny Rooster.
I am kicking you out. No, I'm just kidding.
Gosh, it's getting really. Okay. My emoji is just going to be the.
Listen, you just said my
I gave you the
children were
frowny-
stupid.
No, I didn't. I said no relation to children. They're trained.
My
Birds
chickens
are
are my
dumb.
children.
Oh.
Get it together.
I'm used to fur baby people, not feather baby people.
I can't have any fur babies.
You got feather babies.
I got feather ones.
Do you
Oh,
really-
and my daughter has a hedgehog. That little critter.
You need to name your chickens.
They do have names.
I know, but are there 7 of them?
Yeah.
Well, see, I got you. I busted you. I said you got 7 hens.
Well, I can't remember if I had 7 or 8 because one just
You
got
can't even remember your
one
kids.
just got killed.
One of your kids died. Did you have a funeral or a mourning?
Well, okay.
Was there grief?
The first one that got pulled through the fencing right after we put them outside, it was devastating. We obviously can't bury that one. It's nowhere to be found. Then the second one, something got it, but they left its body. I don't know if like a dog was playing with it or something. We had a funeral for that one. We buried it.
Was it your dog?
I can't have a dog.
I don't understand.
My husband's allergic.
But he's not allergic to chickens?
He doesn't have any, he doesn't care about those chickens.
I have a feather allergy.
Yeah, he's not down for the chickens.
Yeah,
He lets me do it.
If I was him, I would not want you putting chickens in my house.
Listen.
I'm just being straight up.
He won't let me have a dog, so
Yeah.
he can't really say much.
I could relate.
he
to
could,
I can relate
but-
to no chickens in the house.
Listen.
That's a relatable fact. I would pull Jay in, but I won't. But Jay would probably back me up. That
My husband's not listening to this, so I can say that. But you know what he does? He complains. He's like,
I can contact
he's
him
like,
and say,
it's
listen.
smelly in here. And I'm like, I mean, he might be right.
I'm going to say, I'll back your husband up on that.
Knock it off.
100%.
Men always stick
I'm going
together.
to say okay.
I am outnumbered here.
I'm going to say okay.
I'm going to give you the thumbs up.
You guys got to understand how fun this is. Being able to ridicule somebody, because when I'm with the guys, we do it all the time. But with you, it's just more fun. There's more reward in it.
Oh, good. Good. Great way to start your Monday.
There's more reward in it.
I'm holding up for all the women out there.
I don't know, but Jay might. How many of our viewers are male versus female statistically? Do we have more women?
Girls, get on it.
Do we know? That's probably our problem. We need to define our demographic.
It's pretty equal because we're on YouTube and Facebook.
Great. We're in a deadlock.
Mm-hmm.
We all have the equal value here.
Oh, Lord.
We can't just jump on women and get away with it.
Yeah.
Girls,
Gosh.
I love you, but I am not a feminist. I'm
Go
not.
ahead. You can keep. We got a few minutes.
I'm just not.
I'm going to wrap up with human trafficking in a minute.
I mean, it's in the Bible that the man's the head of the house.
That's right.
So, I mean, if it's in the Word,
If
it's
the
true.
husband loves his wife, she will submit to him.
Right.
And that submission thing is really appropriate because it is not a subservient thing. It's an honoring thing.
It's tough.
I'm going to take your word for it.
It's tough.
He says no dogs because the allergy. He doesn't say no chickens, but he implies it. But you still
He
say it's not a
compl-
dog. I'm going to take it
He
in.
complains a lot.
What's the name of your favorite chicken?
Oh.
Can you say it?
El Stupido is probably my
Yeah,
favorite.
see, you even had derogatory.
Because she, well,
El
you want
Stupido.
to know who named her?
Your son.
Tom.
Oh, Tom.
My husband.
Well, he's perfect. I had a
But
barn
El
cat
Stupido
named
is like
Stoop.
literally our smartest one.
I
Go
get
figure.
it. We had a cat in the barn when I was growing up, and my mom called it the barn mother, and we called it Stoop for stupid. But Stoop was smart enough to kill a rabbit, so yeah, they're smart.
Mm-hmm.
El Stupido.
Oh, wait. Did you just say that they were smart?
I admitted the cat was smart.
Oh.
I did not admit the chickens are smart.
Well.
No, I will not. You won't find me. I'm Johnny Rooster. I should know this stuff. Take it from the rooster.
Oh, Lord have
Am
mercy.
I just calling myself stupid?
I mean, if the shoe fits.
Or if the what do they wear, you know?
Oh gosh. I'm sorry. Can
Do
you
you
not? It's like right in my
Can you
ear.
not? Oh, can you could you give me El Stupido's favorite mannerisms? Is that the name of the chicken?
Yes.
Are we gonna? All right. So El
I
Stupido.
promise. But El Stupido loves the bath. She will just lay in the sink.
You know, he gave it a masculine. It could have been La Stupida, but no man would call a chicken La Stupida. Every real man would say El Stupido. I love your husband's words. No, I mean, he said it right. El Stupido. It's like El Diablo,
Yeah.
the devil. Go ahead. Go ahead. Give me something here.
What is? I forget what.
Fight back.
I forget what the name of the chicken is. What type of chicken? But it doesn't look
Is
like
it red?
No. Oh, it's a silky. So if you've ever seen a silky, they don't look like real chickens.
First of all, people, if you describe a chicken as silky, you ain't no farmer, okay? There's
No,
no
that's-
silky chickens.
That's the breed.
Silky is the breed?
100%.
Silky?
Yes.
Where do you get these? From a catalog?
No.
Where
I
did
mean,
you find this
maybe.
chicken?
At the hatchery in Lebanon.
It's silky?
Yes. Oh my goodness. Can I put a picture of it in the comment section?
We need to put a picture of that. We're going to get out of here. I want to wrap it up with saying human trafficking is a serious issue, and the best way to be aware is to let other people know
Right.
that this is a problem, and we can watch for it.
Right.
You cannot be
100%.
sleeping. You cannot be in your own world of it won't happen to me.
Right.
Don't do that.
And you
ever.
can't ignore it as though it doesn't exist.
It does exist.
I mean, you just read the top 10 city or the top 10
states. 8 is Missouri per
Yeah.
capita.
Hello.
Yeah, we're in a big,
Get
we're in
it
a
together.
very bad situation.
Yes. We have to work on
Let's say next year, Amber, we could have this conversation and it will be less. Let's do something.
that. Yeah.
I'm tired of it.
I'm
Let's
down.
start a group. Do something.
I'm
Let's
down.
think about this. You
Let's
guys
do it.
think about it. Think about what you can do in your community. And I'm pointing the pen at you.
Send us ideas. The
Please.
things that you know about that
We're
we don't
starting
know about.
we're starting a conversation on a very dark topic.
Right. It was
I-
way more serious show
I
today
had
than
to talk.
normal.
Well, I had to smack you around about chickens just to get away from that. It's that heavy. I don't like this topic, but I know it's so important. We can't
right.
ignore
You
it.
can't ignore it.
No, it's unignorable. I love these.
You
new
try to
words.
make up all these words. But you know what? In reality, too, we also need to pray for Texas as
Oh,
they're
that's
going
right.
through the craziness of the storm.
Been hit
that's
so
been-
hard by things that don't
Yeah,
normally.
people are
take
literally
place.
freezing to death in their homes. Like, that's horrible.
You wanted to talk about that.
I did. I just felt like that we
You
should.
got 25 seconds.
Well, I just think that you're such a turd.
Okay.
I just feel like we should pray for them. Like, you know what?
I
Thumbs
didn't
up.
mean that for Texas. I mean, you guys rock. Texas, you're awesome.
Right.
I'm sorry you're going through that. That's horrible.
Texas, they're our homies.
I know. They're great people. I love
We
Texas.
love to say to
Guys,
Texas.
are we doing music or no? Yes? Yes. I say let's do music to get out of here.
Can we dance? I'm just kidding. Do the rooster.
Do the chicken dance. You like your
I'm putting El Stupido in the comments.
It's a silky chicken.
She's going to be famous.
She's made of silk instead of feathers.
Made of silk.
Next up is Steve-O Mickey Mac McAllister.
That's a mouthful.
He is going to be Brighter Living live. Does he have a guest today?
You want to mute it?
He's coming up. Am I muted?
I got your music going.
Okay.
Peace out.
It's not going.
I don't hear it.
Hold on.
There it is. Down on the Farm is the name of this song.
See, I should bring my Silky in.
Your silky chicken.
El Stupido can be our guest.
I thought El Stupido was our guest. Oh, just kidding.
Whatever.
Okay. See ya next time.